Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to start a new topic, that is G protein coupled receptor. It is one of the topic in Pharmacology 1. So let us start this. So G protein coupled receptor, it is one of the receptor. It is one of the receptor which is present on the cell membrane. Okay, if this is cell membrane, if this is cell membrane, on this cell membrane I have certain receptors present. Okay, we have various receptor which are present on this cell membrane to which whatever ligand is there, it will come and bind to this receptor and show its action. Now what is ligand? It can be an endogenous substance, it can be endogenous substance. Now what do you mean by endogenous? If uh, if it is produced in my body, like that of there are many hormones which are produced in my body, so that kind of substances which are produced in my body, I will say it as an endogenous substance. And ligand can be exogenous substance also. Exogenous is nothing but which you are taking from outside. For an example, insulin is an hormone which is produced in my body, right? It is produced in my body, I will say it as an endogenous substance. Insulin also, it is an hormone which is taken externally also. In case of diabetes, there will be deficiency of this insulin. In that condition, what we will do, we will give this insulin exogenously. So ligand, what is ligand now? What is ligand? Ligand can be an endogenous as well as an exogenous substance. Okay, it can be endogenous substance or else it can be exogenous substance. Whatever it is, if it is endogenous or exogenous, if it has an ability to go and bind to the receptor, okay, this is the substance which has an ability to go and bind with the receptor, I will say this kind of thing as ligand. So instead of saying endogenous substance, instead of saying exogenous substance, the term which I will use for this particular thing is nothing but ligand. Okay, this is nothing but called as ligand. Now I am talking about G protein coupled receptor. It is one of the type of receptor which is present on cell membrane. So let us start with the main topic, that is G protein coupled receptor. So this is cell membrane. Okay, this is cell membrane. So as we all know, this cell membrane is phospholipid bilayer. Okay, it is phospholipid bilayer. It means your cell membranes are made up of phospholipid, right? It is made up of phospholipid, and it has two layers. You can see this is one layer and this is another layer. So it is phospholipid bilayer. So cell membrane is made up of what? It is made up of phospholipid bilayer. Okay, it is made up of phospholipid bilayer. Now moving to the structure of the G protein coupled receptor. So you can see on the cell membrane, okay, on the cell membrane, the receptor is located in this way: 1, 2 and 3. You can see this is how it is shaped. This is what the shape of G protein coupled receptor. Now here the U shape which you can see, which is located extracellularly. Now this thing I will say as an extracellular. This is extracellular, means it is located outside the cell. And this over here is nothing but it is intracellular, means it is located inside the cell. Now you can see the U shape. The U shape to which ligand will come and bind. The ligand, as I said, ligand can be endogenous or exogenous. If it has an ability to go and bind with the receptor, it is called as ligand. Now to this U-shaped structure, the ligand came and bind, right? This is nothing but ligand binding domain or ligand binding site. It is called as ligand binding domain or ligand binding site. So this ligand binding domain, you can see it is located extracellularly. Moving to the intracellular structure. Now I want to see intracellularly what is attached to this particular receptor. So what I can see, okay, so what I can see intracellularly, there is a G protein attached to it. Okay, there is a protein which is named as G. So G protein is attached to this particular receptor intracellularly. You can see it is attached intracellularly. That is the reason it is called as G protein coupled receptor. It means this is the receptor which is coupled with G protein. Okay, you can see it is coupled with G protein. For that reason it is called as G protein coupled receptor. Okay, hope I'm clear with this G protein coupled receptor. Why it is called a G protein coupled receptor? Because intracellularly it is attached to the G protein. That is the reason got the name G protein coupled receptor. Okay, and one more thing before moving in detail about that, let us understand another name given to the G protein coupled receptor. It is also known as serpentine receptor. It is also known as serpentine receptor. So serpentine, it got the name serpentine because you can see this kind of folds in this kind of receptor, right? It look like snakes, it resembles snakes. So serpentine, it got the name because it resembles snake kind of structure. This shape resembles snake kind of structure. That is the reason it is called as serpentine receptor. Okay, this is one name given to the G protein coupled receptor. Another thing which is given to the G protein coupled receptor, it is also known as hepta helical heptahelical receptor. It is also known as heptahelical receptor. Now why I'm saying it as heptahelical receptor? Because you can see the helix. Okay, let me take another color. Okay, red one. So you can see the helix, it is crossing the cell membrane 7 times. Okay, this is the one time it has crossed, two, three, four, five, six, 7. You can see it is crossing. This is the one. This is second time it is crossing the cell membrane. This is third time it is crossing the cell membrane. This is fourth time it is crossing the cell membrane. This is fifth time it is crossing the cell membrane. This is sixth time it is crossing the cell membrane, and this is seventh time. It means it is hepta. Hepta, the helix. These are helix. These are helix. So hepta helical receptor. As it is crossing the cell membrane, the helix is crossing the membrane 7 times. It is called as hepta helical receptor. So this is what the other name of the G protein coupled receptor is. So it is known as serpentine receptor. It is also termed as heptahelical receptor. Okay. Now I want to see how this receptor exactly it is located. How it is um, how it is located intracellularly. Now when I took a cell outside. Now for an example, I took one cell outside and I'm viewing this cell in the microscope. Okay, microscope. So on this cell membrane, I saw a receptor which is G protein coupled receptor, and what I saw, the ligand binding domain is located extracellularly, that is it is located outside the cell. Now I want to see what is located intracellularly, that is inside the cell, what is located. Now I am viewing that, that is what is located intracellularly. So what I can see, at the end there is a protein attached to this receptor. It is called a G protein. Now there is a protein attached to it called a G protein. That is the reason it got the name G protein coupled receptor. Okay. Okay, it's called a G protein coupled receptor. Now I want to see what is actually, now I'm zooming in and seeing what is attached to the G protein coupled receptor. Now what I can see, to the G protein coupled receptor, there are various subunits attached to it. Okay, one is alpha subunit, one is beta subunit, and another is gamma subunits. You can see what I can see in the G protein. G protein is attached. Okay, I'm clear with that. G protein is attached to this receptor. Another thing, what I can see, to the G protein, alpha, beta, and gamma subunits. These three subunits are attached to this G protein. So, अब three subunits है, right? This is 1, 2, 3. ये three subunits है. That is the reason it is called as trimeric. Trimeric. मैं क्यों बोल रही हूँ trimeric? Why I'm saying trimeric? The reason it is, there are three subunits attached. That is the reason called as trimeric. I'm saying it as heterotrimeric. Why I'm saying as heterotrimeric? Hetero का मतलब क्या? Hetero मतलब different. Homo we know, right? Homo मतलब same. Hetero का मतलब क्या है? Different है. So there are three different subunits attached to each other. That is hetero, different, trimeric. Three subunits. So there are three subunits attached to the G protein. That is the reason it is called as heterotrimeric subunits. Okay, hope I'm clear with this. I'll just erase this heterotrimeric subunit. Okay, what I can see, To the G protein, what is attached? Three different subunits are attached, right? One is alpha, another is beta, another is gamma. And one more thing. Okay, now I'm zooming in. Now I want to see what is attached to this subunits, that is alpha, beta, gamma. So what I can see, to this alpha subunit, there is something attached which is called as GDP. Remember, it is GDP which is attached to what? Which is attached to this alpha subunit. Okay, I'm seeing this. It is attached to this alpha subunit. And it indicate whenever alpha to alpha GDP is attached, it indicate that the receptor is in inactive form. Okay, the receptor is inactive. It means there is no ligand binded outside. Okay, there is no ligand over here. There is no ligand binded outside. Okay, obviously it will show the response when any kind of ligand come and bind to this particular binding site. But here there is no ligand. When there is no ligand, alpha will be attached to GDP. GDP, it is attached to GDP. So it indicate that particular receptor is in inactive form. So for this video, I'm going to complete it till here only. If you want to see the further information of G protein coupled receptor, stay tuned and hope you understand. If you want me to explain any of the topic, please comment in the comment section and please like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.